Welcome to Living Once Twice, a lifestyle design and personal adventure podcast. My name is Justin. Come with me as I'm here to help you chart your course for creating the fulfilling life you desire. Join me as every Wednesday we'll dive into the inspiring guest stories, remarkable science, and useful strategies to help you create the momentum you need to take action towards designing your dream life. Remember, your dream life is waiting for you. It's time to go for it. You deserve it. Greetings, all, and welcome to Living Once Twice. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I'm very excited to say we have reached the finish line of the season, y'all. I'm so excited to have gone on this journey with you all. As I mentioned in the beginning, as a Libra, I'm all about balance. And so, with the holidays around the corner, going to take some time, some self care time, get to relax, get to recharge before we kickstart season two, which I will be back in the new year. So, maybe January, mid to late January, with more guest stories, with more science, with more strategies to help you self actualize your goals, dreams, and aspirations. Once again, designing that life that you are passionate about living. So I'm excited to share that. So we're coming back for another round. With that said, I want to reflect on this season and share a few takeaways. But before I dive into those three takeaways, it is once again essential for me to say thank you to each and every single one of you who have taken the time out of your own day, out of your own journey to listen, to tune in. I just appreciate all the support and the love you all have shown me in this podcasting adventure, in this lifestyle design adventure that I'm on, believing in what I'm trying to do on this platform, which is just activate that pursuit of a fulfilling life and a lifestyle of our own design in all of us. And you can't see it, but I am Kool-Aid smiling behind this microphone because you all have been riding through it and supporting me through it. And I just got to give such I guess, a round of applause of appreciation to you all. And you've reached out, friends from, you know, the East Coast, the West Coast, overseas, and you've just shown me so much support, and so I really appreciate you. And this doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's definitely not just me. I've got a very special team of people who've helped me throughout this journey in this season. You've heard some of the guests, but behind the scenes, Jennifer J. San, I appreciate you. My go-to designer, Emmanuel, and also my show editor, David Da Vinci Beats. Both of those gentlemen, Emmanuel and David, they're freelancers from Nigeria, and I'll add them to the show notes. So if you do have any aspirations of going into podcasting, you need, say, cover art, or you just need someone to record or edit any of your production work, highly, highly recommend exploring those two gentlemen, and I appreciate them for their contributions and helping me out. And I have to thank, our amazing guests this season who've shared their inspiring stories and their strategies for designing their lives and turning their dreams into realities. And I remind you that each of them are everyday human beings like you and I, meaning if they've overcome struggle, circumstances, social constructs, and everyday challenges that life presents to become entrepreneurs, to make positive impact in their lives, around their lives, and in the community, and to just build a more fulfilling journey in life for themselves, you and I can as well. So, with that said, I'm just going to share and leave you with three important reminders that really resonated with me and maybe have resonated with you this season. So, the first one is that it's possible. If you follow the great Les Brown's work, he has a great speech on this that I highly recommend you take a listen to. But it's possible. Thinking of the journey of Terry Lomax, going from homeless, overcoming abuse, overcoming hardships, to now her being a globally recognized author, podcaster, speaker, and influencer, and not to mention mommy, if you're following her story, we are all dealt a stack of cards. And without question, many of us have a deck stacked against us. that's a little higher based on our race, our gender, our orientation, our socioeconomic background. But I hope stories like Terry's goes to show you that within that, we all still have the power to rewrite our own narratives, to rewrite our own scripts, no matter what the script is that life hands us. If you have a vision for yourself of something more satisfying, more fulfilling, a different narrative for yourself, it's possible. And I'll add to it that those struggles that can contribute to us, feeling stuck or becoming conditioned to feeling that we can't get out of this situation or we can't change it, feeling that it's not possible, that could lead to you feeling lost or broken. Those struggles can serve you if you allow it to. Myself being a Black and African American identifying male in this world, coming from a low income background, and I've shared the stories, the loss, the things that I faced growing up that impacted my own self esteem, that impacted my own confidence, and essentially got me thinking in a way that I was almost self sabotaging and shrinking my own self, telling myself, hey, I need to play it safe, or that who am I to try to move to California or start a podcast, or I needed to kind of play by the secure and safe rules and needed to abide by that. So even myself of becoming conditioned to that because of circumstances, a part of that reframing for me of understanding that it was possible came through the mind work, working on my mindset, and also came through the power of therapy and healing, which our licensed clinical therapist, Nia Ridgel, spoke about in our last episode. So as you think to yourself, and I ask you, if you don't feel it's possible for you, ask yourself why. Keep in mind that if you find also as you ask yourself why that it's not possible for you, because it is possible for you, but if you do find yourself not able to get over that mental hump, I want you to understand that there are tools, there are resources such as therapy that you may find useful in helping you to reprogram your mind and reclaim your direction. The second takeaway from this season, which I hope is apparent, is just the importance of finding your tribe. We talk a lot about community on this show. We had Frankie Marcos on, and he talked in great deal about the role community has had in his journey as a stand-up comedian and entertainer and and fitness trainer, and the support and the doors that open for him by just putting himself out there and connecting with a like-minded tribe. It's essential. Now, the road to fulfillment, it's personal, and at times you may feel lonely, but you don't have to go alone in this journey. To be honest, none of us can. As human beings, we are social creatures. Our existence is, as Stephen Covey talks about in Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, it's interdependent on each other. We have to support each other. We inspire each other. Shay Baker talked about this, how the concept of community is fueling her own work as she designs I like how she calls it an ecosystem for business owners, entrepreneurs, and creatives to connect. So you may have a supportive tribe already, but if not, you are living in a golden age where we can connect virtually in this space with other like minded folks, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram, or if you can't find your tribe there, those books on our shelves, those books that, you could find on Audible. You could find so many great minds and human beings out there whose stories resonate with you. Find their stories inspirational. You could do that on YouTube or podcasts, etc. And heck, add me to your tribe because I want you to win. And I know the goals that you have set for yourself, that desire that lives inside of you, it is possible. And I'm here to lend my positive vibes, my experience, and support of you as well, which brings me to my last and final takeaway from this season is you have to own your imagination. The great Albert Einstein once said that imagination is everything. It's the preview of life's coming attraction. Imagination allows us to envision the future, to dream about things that never existed, but which could exist. It gives us wings to explore the realm of possible and impossible. Percolate on that, y'all. Percolate on that. And Earl Nightingale does a great cover of imagination being everything. But I mentioned earlier this season about mindset. You wouldn't have the desire unless you were capable of its achievement. As an evolving human being, you are a creative force that has so much potential and richness living inside of you. We all do. This microphone that I speak into, the device that you are tuning in on, this virtual world in 2020 that we're operating in, it all came from the imaginative factory in between our ears. And I know in your mind plays a vision of yourself, one that you might feel is unattainable or even unrealistic, but even if it's a mustard seed, hold on to that hope, hold on to that vision, because that is exactly what is possible and in store for you. And going back to those challenges mentally that we have to overcome, I know there's forces outside of us that tell us different, that stunt our self esteem and our confidence to believe in our imaginations. I mean, we've heard no hundreds of thousands of times in our journeys. But I'll tell you, if you lean into that vision, no matter what the outside world or even that internal committee inside of your mind is saying from the stands, if planes, if trains, if cell phones, automobiles, podcasting, YouTube is possible, then the thoughts in your mind that I hope you write down are just waiting to be mined out of you and activated. So hold on to your imagination, own your imagination, and let's get to work on it. That was the case for me. I knew that there was more to life than the 9 to 5 grind. Regina Brown, who spoke about the power of positivity, spoke on this as well. And for me, it was my scarcity mindset, my childhood circumstances and conditions, and other limiting beliefs that just put me in this rut of confusion, of depression, of unnecessary stress. And so I was really living and building out at first unconsciously a phony life and consciously, keeping it safe. But I wasn't aligned with my own imagination or designing a lifestyle around my adventurous spirit. And I think so many of you can relate. Maybe there is work or an important task that you are looking to pursue, but you're not doing it. Maybe you have a goal of moving or starting your own business and you have this beautiful idea, but you're kind of nervous to act on it. Maybe something such as your own health and wellness isn't where you know it could be, or there are qualities of life that you want more of. You want more growth, you want more inner peace, you want more love, adventure, just fulfillment. Listen, the search for those qualities, the attainment of those goals or aspirations that you imagine, it's not outside of your reach. The reason it's not outside of your reach is because it's within you now. And once again, now is the time to activate it. You've got breath in your body, you've got time on the clock. The time is now. So that's what we are going to continue to do and embark upon together through this podcast, through this platform. And that's it. I just wanted to share all that with you and this season finale episode. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope too that if you did get something out of this podcast, out of this season, and you want to share any feedback, feel free to email me on the show or feel free to share any ideas for improvement. Definitely got some things that I want to do in the future and some guests that I want to have on, but I want to make sure that this is bringing value to you. So I'm totally open to any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, and you can email me at justinoliver716@gmail.com. So as we go into the holiday season, y'all, I send you much love, great health, nothing but joy to you and your loved ones, and reaching out to you all through the time and the space that separates us. I would like to say thank you for your presence and tuning in today, tuning in all season long. And remember, Your dream life is waiting for you. Go for it. You deserve it. Catch you later on Living Once Twice.